Up next I have Andy, who is a local businessman and co-contributor to Real News Australia. He is here to defend the rights of individuals and to expose the lies from mainstream media. So welcome to Andy.
Good afternoon, everyone. Listen, I just want to catch up on what's happening with little Chase. I think most of you would be aware of what's going on with the little fella. But look, just to catch up on 3 weeks ago, many Australians heard the harrowing story detailing this bitter custody battle of a 4-year-old boy with cerebral palsy. His parents have fought an ongoing battle against the Lady Cilento Hospital and the QCS, the Queensland Department of Child Safety, who allege this child is at risk of a cardiac arrest because he had lost some weight. While this is true, the hospital failed to acknowledge that the child's weight, while on the prescribed cocktail of pharmaceuticals, including a nutritional formula fed via his PEG, which is a button surgically inserted directly into his gut, put him on the morbidly obese end of the weight scale. The child also suffered relentless seizures that were not only uncontrolled but greatly exasperated by the allopathic care directed by the hospital. After deciding pharmaceuticals which made him catonic and the toxic formula with a 1 year shelf life containing dairy, which the child is unable to tolerate, was not in the child's best interest, the parents opted for a diet of organic pureed foods and the use of medical cannabis oil, which saw his seizures reduced from approximately 100 per day down to just 4 per week, and up to 50 days seizure-free provided he has regular bowel movements. This change in his diet resulted in the child losing weight. However, his weight still sat just a few grams shy of the median weight for boys and girls of his age with his conditions. His parents also started noticing major improvements, including his ability to follow his mother's gaze, smiling, laughing, attempting to talk and hold objects, something he had not done since his last set of vaccines at 18 months of age. Despite his miraculous improvements, 9 unsuccessful custody attempts and 2 court hearings, both of which ruled in favour of the parents, the Lady Cilento Hospital in Brisbane, together with QCS, have continued to vigorously and shamefully pursue custody of this child. A 3rd court hearing was scheduled in Queensland on Monday just gone, which has since been adjourned for 2 weeks. Despite knowledge of a court hearing in just 4 days' time, the New South Wales Family and Child Services, together with a small army of police officers, barged into the Church of Ubuntu in Newcastle, where the child and his parents sought refuge after a false Amber Alert was issued by the Queensland Police, alleging they had kidnapped their son from a hospital appointment they had made. In a live recorded Facebook video, police indicate to the mother that they can't leave without the child, to which she replies, "Over my dead body." The police officers then heard saying, "I don't want to have to do that." According to the police, and as evidenced by copies of the court orders uploaded to Facebook, FACS alleged the parents failed to return the child for a check-up on May 17th at the John Hunter Hospital, who had been caring for the child since the Amber Alert issued 3 weeks earlier. The order states that the child had critical abnormal potassium levels as identified on May the 1st. However, the mother repeatedly says to the officers, "He had a blood test 2 days ago, May 17. I've got an appointment booked on Monday with a doctor at the John Hunter Hospital." A deregistered doctor who has greatly assisted the family in healing their son is also heard saying, You haven't contacted the doctor who is taking care and responsibility of his child." After much debate, they agreed to go to the John Hunter Hospital in Newcastle for observation. When the child and his parents arrived at the hospital, they were allegedly placed in the psychiatric room of the emergency department while their advocates were barred from standing by the side. Family and Child Services, FACS agents were waiting patiently, no doubt expecting his physicians to confirm that he was in some sort of medical danger. The child's blood work, however, was perfectly fine, and his treating doctor advised that he was not in any immediate danger, did not need to be in the hospital, and he should go home with his parents. According to the mother in a live Facebook video, his potassium levels were consistent and with those taken in 2015 when the child was under the care of Lady Cilento Hospital. Mainstream media Accounts also indicate that the treating doctor advised that the child had been on potassium replacement therapy. In spite of all of this, it is alleged that the police intentionally locked the father in the toilet while social workers forcibly stole the child from his mother's arms, injuring her in the process. The mother was heard screaming as she desperately tried to hold on to her son and was promptly arrested and dragged outside to an awaiting police car. Most of you have probably seen the Facebook videos that have been getting around. Her support network, who were waiting patiently for news outside, attempted to come to her aid, each of them sprayed with pepper spray. The mother was later released without charge, while the child was whisked away to an unknown location left without any familiar faces by his side. 4-year-old kid too, people. While the mainstream media allege the child was malnourished, his treating doctor rejected any such claims. He also described the treatment of his mother and her family as a disgrace. A court hearing also took place on Thursday, 25th of May in Newcastle. However, the case was adjourned as tragic events remains an ongoing, and together with their legal team, the parents are doing everything in their power to take back custody of their child, who now faces the same pharmaceutical intervention that nearly killed him in the first place. Now, who thinks this is okay? What country do we live in? My God. What we have to do is send a clear message to the leader of this country. What we need all of you to do is stand up now, come a little bit forward, and we need to send a clear message via social media to the so-called leaders of this country that it is not okay to lock up a 4-year-old child when you've got beautiful, loving, responsible parents waiting outside for him, waiting for their son. This is not on. We need to all be on video. We all need to scream down the thing. We all need to shout out, "We stand with Chase."